What's up, guys? So today we are doing something a little bit different. We are at Spookala here in Tampa, Florida at the Florida State Fairgrounds. Now, this is my first horror convention I've ever been to. In fact, it's kind of a first convention type vibe. I've been to Playlist Live, which is technically a convention, but obviously this is a lot different and more of like a traditional convention. Kind of a last minute decision to go. I was sort of like back and forth, but I did decide to check it out. Reason being, if you know me, you might know my favorite movie of all time is Killer Klowns from Outer Space. And the cast is here today. It's like the 3 main cast members, as well as a couple of the people that actually played the clowns. And I'm here on the Friday because, well, it's a day off of work for me. I'm always off on Fridays, but also their panel is today. So we're gonna get to see the Killer Klowns panel, possibly meet the cast. I'm not too sure how it all works with like autographs or selfies, how much it costs. I don't really know. We're gonna go in and figure it out. There is like photo ops and stuff, separate photo ops. I'm not doing any of those because those are real expensive. Like for the Killer Klowns photo op, it was like $275, and like I don't really have that kind of money to spend, but it was $40 for a ticket for the day, which isn't too bad. Even if I only end up seeing the panel, there's also other celebrities there who, you know, I might not get in line to like meet them or get anything signed, but still be able to see them in person, which is pretty cool. You know, you have a lot of Scream cast members, including Matthew Lillard, so that's pretty awesome. And then of course you have like all the vendors and stuff, so we'll be checking all that out. And yeah, we are here, Tampa, Florida State Fairgrounds, my first horror convention, Spookala. Let's get inside and check it out. And by the way, as you can see off in the distance there, that is the Tampa Amphitheater. Not my favorite venue here in Central Florida area. In fact, it's probably my least favorite, but there it is. We are gonna be in this building though. Luckily, this whole thing is indoors. And by the way, I think Spookala, they do like 2 of these per year. Obviously, we're in April now, so I guess this is kind of like a halfway to Halloween type of thing. And then I think they'll have another convention in October when it's like actually spooky season. So kind of a dose of Halloween at the halfway point here, which I'm certainly not mad about. All right, well, we got my wristband. Pretty seamless process, although I am here like an hour and a half after doors, so can't speak for how that looked earlier, but I had to show off these Ecto 1 themed cars. Pretty sweet. And some Jurassic Park stuff. Pretty awesome. Wayne Knight is here. I think he has a panel soon, like in a few minutes, so maybe we'll catch a little bit of that, I don't know. So here's a look at a bunch of where the celebrities and stuff are. A bunch of meet and greets happening everywhere. And there's Mr. Wayne Knight, who has his panel soon. Then over here, Argyle from Stranger Things, signing some stuff, so pretty cool to see these guys in person for sure. And these really big lines are for the cast members of Scream. There's Matthew Lillard right there. Skeet Ulrich is back there somewhere too. Maybe, I'm not sure where. I think that's him, but yeah, a lot of people want to meet the Scream cast, which is understandable. David Arquette as well, of course. And Rory Culkin somewhere. And the cast of Killer Klowns is here. Not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous. All right, so the cast of Killer Klowns just left to do their photo ops and then get ready for their panel later. But we did meet Grant Kramer, who plays Mike, and Suzanne Snyder, who plays Debbie. Like I said, I was a little nervous, but it was very awesome to get to meet a couple cast members from my favorite movie. We also did meet John Allen Nelson, who plays Officer Dave. However, they had to go to the panel, so hopefully I'll be able to come back later and grab a picture with him. But for now, I think we're gonna check out some of the vendors. Looks like Howlo Scream is here, which makes sense. We are in Tampa, but really, really awesome event. Maybe we'll try to get back this year. These are pretty awesome. So I got a question for you guys. Do you guys recognize that pumpkin? This may be my first time in a convention like this, but one thing I do know, these things never have a shortage of pop vinyls. Literally surrounded. Look at these awesome autographed prints. Creepshow, Edward Scissorhands signed by Johnny Depp, and a Tim Curry OG It poster. That is really awesome. Oh, and Tyler Mane and Daniel Harris Rob Zombie Halloween. More clown stuff. Another pretty cool Jurassic display here. And speaking of which, Wayne Knight's panel is happening right now, so we're gonna take a break in the vendors. There are literally so many to see. We're gonna come back to it, but for right now, we're gonna go watch a little bit of the panel.
But, you know, I mean, just shooting that thing is a horror movie. I think it is. And that's why when I'm signing, and people say, I love you since I first saw Jurassic when I was 3. I want to have their parents arrested. It's like, what are you kidding me? Imagine a soundstage of this size. All the walls are green with little red tennis balls on them. There are no actors, there are no props, there's no scenery. They're just people wearing green ninja suits on their knees. And these are groundlings, improvisational comic actors who are playing the cartoon characters so that you have the right height to refer to. The only other actor from miles around is a basketball player. So it was a very interesting movie.
So the Wayne Knight panel was pretty cool. It's over now, about 30 minutes away from the Killer Klowns panel, so I'm just gonna get ourselves a really good spot and just hang out until then.
Killer Klowns from outer space!
Let us talk. How can I get that? John Allen Nelson, Officer Dave Hanson.
Suzanne Snyder, and I am Debbie Stone.
And I'm Grant Kramer, and I played Mike Tobacco.
My name is Mike Martinez. I was a few clowns, but mostly known as Slim.
Hello, I'm Harrod Blank, and I played 7 clowns.
He was Shorty, in case anybody's wondering.
I'm Paul Haley, and I played Bubbles, known as Fatso.
Well, when I got called for Killer Klowns, I had already been working as a stunt guy, and so we were based in San Francisco, so we were the closest local stunt team. And so I ended up going to LA to meet with the Kyotos, and they were going to see what kind of stunts could be performed in the suit. And they just said, well, somebody's going to have to put the suit on. And I felt like the 13th Warrior, everybody was looking at me. But so we did it, and we kind of figured out what had to be done. And I kind of ended up becoming the main stunt bozo for the film. I also doubled Michael Siegel, one of the Terenzis driving the ice cream truck.
What about for you other two? What was the big draw for you guys to be a part of this movie?
I didn't really know what I was getting into. I showed up to be an extra, and I was on the college basketball team at UC Santa Cruz.
The Banana Slugs!
And yeah, Banana Slugs. Ooh. And I was going to be in a crowd scene, and they said, "God, you're in good shape. You're big and tall. You think you could play a clown?" I said, "Sure." So I auditioned to be a clown, and then next thing you know, I was coming out of the elevator with a popcorn gun and sucking the blood out of a cocoon. Very, very weird experience.
I have to say that they had an open casting call, so anybody who was interested could come and try out for the movie. So I was in Santa Cruz, and I was the last person that they looked at, and I put the suit on, and I came out and did my best Killer Klowns, and they liked it, so here we are today.
Okay, so I guess my favorite scene is when the 3 of us are running through the hallway with all the balloons, and I kept on falling down because the balloons were knocking me over, and we laughed a lot. We had a lot of fun, and they had to hold my hands and help me because I was like, So yeah, that would probably be my favorite scene.
I loved the final scene when the Killer brothers are up on these ladders behind the camera, and they said, just everybody just sort of look up at the sky, and these pies hit us in the face, and it hurt.
So, by the way, that, just so everybody knows, that final scene of the movie originally ended with Debbie and I holding each other as the spaceship blew up with Dave in the, remember he was up there in the spaceship as well as the Terenzi brothers. So they were all gone, but what happened was they tested the movie and everybody said, we love Dave, we don't want him to die, we love the Terenzi, we don't want him to die. So several months afterwards, I mean, that wasn't even my real color of hair, they had dyed my hair, so they had to go spray paint my hair and bring us all back. And we went to a little parking lot out in the valley in Los Angeles and shot one night, and we shot that last scene.
That's right.
Yes, Suzanne and I both got a brief glimpse of it, but everybody was, it was very strange because I'd never really seen a video game that wasn't completely baked yet, and they hadn't put the characters in clothes yet, so everybody was running around in togas. So
bath towels.
Bath towels.
We're all wearing bath towels. I thought this is rather...
Yeah, so we assumed that those bath towels were going to be replaced by clothes.
They did put clothes on everybody.
I had no idea that they actually make them naked and put towels around them first.
So said the rule didn't have nudity. I mean...
Well, so we got to see it, and it's really cool. It's coming out in June, and absolutely I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, me too.
Buy it for my kids.
Oh yeah.
Highly recommend it.
I did.
I did.
To the first one.
Yeah, I took my family to it. It was really fun.
If anybody has a chance to see it again, I mean, I did the same thing. My wife and I went to it with the Kyotos actually, and we were unbelievably impressed. They did just an amazing job. I mean, I hope the game is as good as the Hollywood Horror Nights was, because it was super, really beautifully done. We're like, okay, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was part of all the merchandising from Spirit of Halloween that started to kind of pick up, but I noticed more people on the street would you know, say things about, weren't you the guy from Killer Klowns? And then literally in the last 5 years or so, I just think that it's been exponential. It's just constantly, the awareness and the kind of the fan love of the movie has just really grown exponentially to where it is now.
Yeah, I think Midnight Madness really helped Killer Klowns from Outer Space. But it is almost like a little snowball that just starts going down this mountain, and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's awesome.
Well, that was pretty incredible, I'm not gonna lie. Up next, we're just gonna go look at some more vendors and see what cool stuff we can find. Look who I ran into.
What's good?
We're gonna check out a little bit of the screen panel and then go back to vendors.
He really is just so charming, so kind. He's got his heart in the right place. It's always been really, I don't know, just solid. Just a real, you know, great person. He's the kind of guy, too, that puts his money where his mouth is, you know. He doesn't just say that, he does good things on a daily basis for people. And He's one of the sweetest human beings I know, and an example of what I think we all as human beings should strive to be, very giving. You know, he's the kind of guy that will change your day. I think we can all do that for each other, but he lives and breathes it, so we love you, Matt. Rory, what else do you have to say about me?
You're talking about yourself and you said that, so I got confused. Okay, so
the screen panel's still going. Like I said, we're gonna cut through and check out some more vendors. It was cool. Matthew Lillard walked right past us. That was pretty awesome. So remember what I said earlier about pops? Yeah. No shortage. I'm glad I don't collect these things anymore, because if I did, my wallet would be in serious danger. Look at all the DC stuff. Eddie. This is super awesome.
I've been making molds and stuff so I can cast them on lighter weight.
All right, we are getting out of here for the night. Really cool time out here at Spookala. I'm glad I ended up deciding to go. Obviously, the main reason I went was for the clown stuff, so that was probably the bulk of the video, but it was super, super cool to get to meet some of the cast members, especially, you know, the three like main characters of the movie. And I'll put the pictures on screen now that I got with them. So cool. They were all super, super nice. And then as for like the other stuff, you know, it was really cool to listen to Wayne Knight for a little bit, as well as the Screamcast. So it was a pretty awesome day. Vendors were cool. I didn't buy anything. There's some really awesome stuff. You know, there's some just like your kind of generic like toys and stuff like that. There's a little bit more to see than I expected as well. You know, it was only 40 bucks to go, which is like not bad at all. Now, where the real money is like if you do one of the like organized photo ops, or if you do autographs cost money too. I didn't do any of that. I spent like 40 bucks total in terms of like just taking a selfie with the guys, and I think that was better than spending like 275 bucks on a photo op, because that's a bit steep. But for $40 to get in the building, see the celebrities, see the panels, see the vendors. If you don't take a picture with the celebrities, you can walk up and just talk to them for free. So for 40 bucks, that's pretty tough to beat. And with that, we are back to the car and we are gonna get out of here. So thank you guys for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one.